For my Project 4, I'm going to be talking about rhetorical listening. Rhetorical listening is the stance of openness that a person may choose to assume in relation to any person, text, or culture. Often occurs when people pause constantly to eavesdrop is just an example of when people participate in rhetorical listening. Rhetorical listening promotes understanding of oneself and others while also proceeding with accountability to their logic, and they can't place blame or guilt to someone for this. Rhetorical listening then leads to worldview. It is a shared way of reasoning within a group. It affects how claims are made, such as Trump sucks, which people have different opinions, so then that leads to them having different worldviews. It can also affect two completely different claims, such as All Lives Matter versus the Black Lives Matter movement. They both have different logic, so that means everyone within the topic has different worldviews. But it's okay to have different opinions. That's why rhetorical listening is so important. Without rhetorical listening, the world would have so much hate, and if more people participated in rhetorical listening, there wouldn't be so much hate, because listening to others' opinions helps you grow on your own opinion, and you can learn what the other side sees. When you do participate in rhetorical listening, worldviews can change over time, meaning that when you were young, your worldview might be different from when you're older, and they can change from place to place. So if you move somewhere, your worldview might be different from where you currently are living right now. These intersections of worldview, such as gender, race, age, politics, etc., can become messy. They construct our unique identities as a person. Going back to the topic of rhetorical listening, when you do it, you need to position yourself as an outsider. You need to listen to what other people are saying without making any comments. You need to understand what they're saying and not try to persuade them into anything. And you need to consider and find why their worldview makes them who they are. When looking at Project 2, you were supposed to look at a topic you didn't necessarily agree with, and we couldn't state our own opinion. We simply had to take all the information in and analyze it. For Project 2, my topic I chose to discuss was that I disagreed with the pro-life stance. By just listening and not responding, I learned so much more about the pro-life stance. Even though I still may not agree with it, I definitely feel more well-rounded than I did before. For example, because of rhetorical listening in Project 2, I learned that pro-life doesn't necessarily mean anti-abortion. Anti-abortion is not wanting a child, while pro-life means protects the mother's health and the baby's health. Pro-life movements work to level playing field among race, religion, gender, and age, so all people feel the same level of human. And pro-life means pro-people and pro-family. So how can Republicans be pro-life and anti-immigration is simply impossible. Without Project 2 promoting rhetorical listening, I wouldn't have learned so much about a stance I didn't agree with.